Swell. They're really swell. Welcome to 2022, the summer of. This is Verdant Ride. We have a new ride this year. We have a new lift, version 3, generation 3 lift foil. And it's the smallest board they make, with the tallest mast they make, with the little tiniest foils they provide for the most part. And let's just get started and unbox these things. Inside this box should be the mast. So here's one of the carrying cases. Woo! That's the charger. Power cable. The controller. Same model as last year. Nothing new or special about it. Another strap, which I'll set up for a left and right-handed use by using a camcorder strap for the other side so that my left and right-handed friends can all use it together. This is a taller mast than our last board. In fact, let's go compare. Just a few inches taller than the old one. Really? It's like, I think this is you know what? There will be stats on the screen because I don't freaking memorize stats. All right, so here's the new board. This is a a Gen 3 board, okay? So they made it lighter and they also made it differently. You come over here and look at these edges. So you see this bevel? The idea here, and what they write about it at least, is that this will help deflect if you were to bank too sharp and bury your edge. It's less likely to catch. They're only available in black, white, and blue, and I'm not a big fan of blue. I got white so it'll be more visible out in the water, so people will be less likely to run me down. But I didn't want 2 white ones, and I don't want a blue one, so there we go. That's color choices. Before anyone writes me and says, I've seen a red one. Yes, they do make a new line of cheaper boards that are made out of fiberglass instead of carbon fiber. They're heavier, they're cheaper, but not by enough to make it worth it to go with them, in my opinion. So I just got another carbon fiber board because they're super light. Like that's a lot of carbon fiber, and you got all your components in here too. So we got an upgraded speed box for the new Gen 3. This is a different cable system for their batteries, which means the old batteries are still compatible with this board, as I understand, but you will need to get a converter cable for $129 to convert the old battery to the new plug style. But the other cables, they sometimes, I thought they were under engineered a bit, and sometimes they would just stop getting communication, and you'd be riding along having a great time and they just like completely kill power. You'd go face end into the water and smack, you know, very uncomfortable. So I feel like I might be a fan of this new system. Here's what you need. This stuff, this is lube for all the connectors. It's like oil that keeps everything safe and happy. Here's a postcard, you know, so that you can throw it away when you get it and put it in the garbage, because there's not enough garbage in America, so a little more garbage. They're doing their part. Here's a sticker for your car so you can tell everyone that you're into a really bad logo. No one is in love with this logo. It's time to pay a designer to make you a new logo. This is not as cool as Flight's logo. This is not as cool as Foil's logo. This is not a good logo. No one's putting this on their car, ever. I almost dropped my postcard. That wasn't gonna go in the garbage where it's most needed. Okay, here's what you should do, guys. Lift, everyone lift, listen to me. First, change your logo. Secondly, don't give me this postcard. I don't need this postcard. Okay, here's what I need. I need 20 waterproof business cards that fit in my little key slot in my wetsuit. So when people ask me, where'd you get that? How much does it cost? Where can I get one? I can James Bond them a waterproof, they make them at moo.com, waterproof card. That's what I need. I need waterproof business cards from you guys. This, I don't need this. I'm never scanning that. I know where it goes. Your website. I know where that is. Here, everyone scan that. And they'll be like, see, it worked. Boba Fett knife. Everyone needs a Boba Fett knife. Single-handed opening knife. That's very important. Oh, hey, an envelope. Don't discard this, it says. This is important. Don't throw this in the garbage. It's my certificate. It's my ownership certificate. I can go and register this now. I don't think my last board came with this registration, because like last year that you didn't really have to register these. The cops had no idea what they were. So you'd like go out in the water and the cops would be like, oh, what is that thing? Cool. They thought it was like a kickboard. They were like, oh, you don't need to register that. I bet you now you have to register it because they're more popular. I better not be the only person on my lake with this board this year because I worked really hard to talk everyone with jet skis into getting rid of that. So yes, you will need a knife. The only tool I think you really need that isn't included is a Boba Fett front end opening, single-handed knife. So basically, I'm not sure if the instructions say it is because I refuse to read instructions for the most part, but I feel like anywhere surfaces touch or water shouldn't get through, I just in general put this stuff. So I feed all these things into the holes. Make sure your fan's going the right direction. And then you're probably going to want to check these again, you know, after a couple of flights with it, because I have heard a couple people say these sometimes back out, and you don't want to like leave your foil behind and tear off all your connectors. I don't know if that's true. You hear lots of things online that never happened to me. Everything that did happen that was weird, I did read about though. Like I was like, other people are having this problem. Hey, get a picture of this sticker. It says exposure to direct sunlight is bad for this board. This vehicle designed to be outside in the sun, on a sunny day, in the sun, whatever you do. So what you can do is you can rub it down with a nice sunscreen. I suggest like a banana boat. It makes it smell nice, like a coconut. Yeah, and just rub it like this. Just rub it in. Just say, yeah, good board. Like this. Yeah, like that, don't you? All right, here we have the Surf version 2 Surf, the 150 front. That goes like that. Look at this little tiny thing. Look at how small that is. That's the 38 Surf version 1. This thing's tiny, so tiny compared to my last one. It's the bigger the fins you got, the foils you have, wings, the more stable it is, and the better it is for fat people to ride. Sorry, grossly obese people to ride. Sorry. What is the word? Larger than other people to ride. Larger people to ride. Bigger people to ride. Big boned people to ride. So yeah, they're more stable if they're bigger, but at the same time, you give up a little for that in terms of maneuverability. I should put some lube on these too. Then it follows my rules of I always put lube when I screw. Always use lube when you're screwing. What? Why is that funny? I don't get it. What are you saying? don't use lube when you're screwing things together. Yeah, right? Always never forget to lube up before a screw. This one needs some lube, I'm telling you. Sometimes the screw needs a little lube in it. There you go. There you go, little screw. Happy lube in your happy screw hole. Oh. Always use the right size wrench for your screw. No matter how much lube you use, if you got the wrong size wrench, it's gonna be a bad screw. There's also such a thing as too small of a wrench for your screw. That, like if I try to use this wrench on the screws down there, they'd be like, what? I can't even, what, is it in? I don't know. They wouldn't know. Good thing you got a gimbal, or your laughter would be wrecking your shot. I'm not sure what these super long screws are for. I've always heard that it was girth, not length, that matters when it comes to screws. Okay, that one just went in like a bratwurst and a barista. No, a hot dog and a hamster.
A hot dog in a train tunnel.
And take your time when you're screwing. You know, you're not in a race here. Take your time. Make sure all the screw holes are satisfied before you finish screwing these in. Are you satisfied, screw? Which is you take your finger, you rub it over the screw hole and you go, are you satisfied, screw? If you feel any edges, no, you're not done screwing. Screw a little more. That's nice. That's a happy screw hole right there. Okay. Okay, ready?
You know my mom watches this.
Yep. Yeah, she'll love this show. She knows how. Your mom knows that you need to have nice flush screw holes. I don't get it. What's so funny? Feel the tail of this thing. It's like a razor back here. When this thing hits you in the head, you're gonna be like, oh, that was sharp, right? It's like a knife. Spare screws. Because you know, sometimes one screw just won't do. Put your protection on and then you won't regret it later. Mostly. Sometimes. There we go. Now our protection is on. Blade protection. So Swell, add take 2. Swell. It holds water. This one I call the Gimli because it's shaped like a dwarf. So what you want to do is you want to put a little lube on each of these little posts. You snap these in. I don't put lube on this. I don't see any reason to. It's just plastic and rubber. But we do want to put lube inside of here. Okay, all these pins. So anyway, I still think this is a bit of a ridiculous cable in the sense that we're using pins from, like, you know, Apple desktop bus circa 1984. We should have used like waterproof USB or something. Here's your main power connector. Put some lube in there. All right, that is it. That is done. Tastes like fish. Oh, sit. Sit.
Bubba!
Good boy.
Bubba!
I have literally never used the cases. They're sitting up on top of my hot tub. Another thing I never, ever use. It's like a pile of things I don't use, just end up on top of my hot tub. They expect you to kind of show up on the beach like this, like, hey guys, wait for me, I'm coming. Buy a place on a lake or the ocean, and then buy an eFoil. Yeah, because I think this would be a hassle to drag around with you everywhere, you know. But then I used to sail, and that was a huge pain in the butt. I used to wakeboard, owning a boat. That was a huge pain in the butt. So I think maybe I'm at a very low tolerance for pain in the butt, and that's me. This is the killer feature. Come here. Ready? Follow my finger. Look at that. You could put your address card in here, and that way when you lost this, you wouldn't have to worry because they'd return it to you. They'd know where to find you. You know, when you forgot this on the beach or something, like you just walked away from it somewhere, you'd be like, here you go. Call me at that number. February 12th, it was cold.
It's not February 12th.
Feels like February 12th right now. I'm so cold right now.